This is Penne Alla Vodka 2.0. It's creamy, but uses less cream. It's wonderful, only uses one pot, so you have half the cleanup. I want to tell you all about it. It's going to change your life. It's going to become the new norm. So let's get started. Guys, whenever there's an American interpretation of an Italian dish, I feel like it is so much more acceptable for us to alter it. So how are we going to do it differently? Well, we're gonna start with a little bit of shallot. A few pieces of bacon. So this is sort of like, Penne alla Vodka is basically an amatriciana sauce or an arrabbiata sauce with tons and tons of cream in it. And I'm gonna alter it even more by turning it into a pasotto. It brings tears to my eyes because it's so beautiful, but also because these shallots are just making me cry. All right, bacon in. I put just like half a tablespoon of olive oil. No big deal. So like I said before, we really just want a little bit of bacon fat to render out, just so there's like a basic sheen along the bottom of the pan. And that enables us to now take the shallots. Obviously, cooking onions, shallots, garlic in bacon fat is better than in olive oil because it's complex, smoky animal fat, and it changes the way the onion will cook. All right, the pasta goes in the pan. How much pasta? How many people are you? You can use less than you would if you were normally cooking pasta because the starch is gonna stay in the pan. So you could use 2/3 of what you'd normally eat. Let's hit it with some vegetable stock. The amount that you wanna put in is enough to like just have pieces of pasta sticking out the top. And if you can get in there with your spoon and just scrape the bottom a little bit, high heat by the way, now you notice all that stuff that was in the bottom. You see that? The pan is clean. Those caramelized Maillard reaction flavors are now incorporating themselves into the sauce and the pasta that we're making in the pan right now. So bring this to a boil. Bubbling is happening, and we'll lower the heat just a little bit. And we're gonna put a top on, and this is gonna cook now. This has been cooking for 6 minutes. Let's pour some tomato into our sauce here. And we're just gonna continue to allow the starch from the pasta to fall off and thicken, and the water to evaporate away. So, by cooking with this method here, the starch becomes this thickener of sorts, which allows you to use no butter at all, and much, much less cream. And we can focus on the important ingredient, which of course is vodka. But alcohol in cooking, it breaks apart flavors and makes them meld together. So just cook out all the alcohol and allow it to break down the flavors between the bacon and the shallots and the tomato and the stock and all that stuff. Okay, so you can already kind of see the point that I'm trying to make here. We haven't added any cream, any butter. You know, when you pull it, first of all, you can see the beautiful sheen on all the pastas, but when you pull it and the sauce has reduced to a point where it's not liquid really anywhere, and it's nice and thick, that's when we're ready to kill the heat. And at this point, you just hit it with a touch of cream, half a tablespoon. And the cream is so beautiful with all this pasta starch. You know, they go hand in hand to create this very luxurious texture. Here we have Penne alla Vodka cooked pasotto style. It's really brilliant because all the starch is in the pan, and that makes you so satiated. It turns half a pound of pasta into like a full pound of pasta because you have all this stuff that makes your stomach feel full, normally going down the drain in the pot here. It's one of the great comfort foods of Italian-American cuisine, and this 2.0 version, cooked the pasotto style, is a much needed update, I think. It stretches the ingredients further, and it gives you half the mess to clean up. Can't go wrong. You should totally make it over and over and over, and it'll become the new norm, as it should be.